Spending time in nature has many benefits for children. Kids who play and learn outdoors are healthier, happier, and more successful in school. But for too many children, access to nature is determined by race, income, and zip code. City leaders across the nation are discovering that increasing equitable access to nature can help them achieve goals for community health, education, climate resilience, and more. And with 80% of U.S. children now living in cities, creating more connections to the natural world can benefit millions of kids. Through the Cities Connecting Children to Nature program, communities are working to make sure that all children have opportunities to play, learn, and grow with nature in their daily lives. Achieving this requires a community-based approach to dismantling systems of inequity, or in other words, a systems change approach. Systems change is no simple task. Long-standing conditions are built into every community, making change difficult. A systems change approach helps cities identify and address these conditions at 3 specific levels: structural, relational, and transformational. The most obvious condition, those we can easily see, are structural. They can include policies, practices, and the distribution of resources. You can look at a city's budget to see how resources are allocated. Planning, zoning, and program policies determine where and how outdoor experiences are available. Demographics can tell us who participates in nature activities and who has safe, easy access to green space. These conditions can be mapped and measured. Naming them is important so that we can make changes if they are not equitable. Next, we need to consider relational conditions. While not as obvious as structural, relationships are important because they can support or limit a child's access to nature. Relational conditions include personal and professional connections, community partnerships, and the power dynamics within a city. To understand these dynamics, take a look at how and when community groups are included in city planning and budgeting. How do relationships in the city influence policy and practices? The final category is the least obvious, but the most transformative. It involves changing perceptions and ingrained ways of thinking, including stereotypes. Here, we need to examine perceptions about who spends time in nature, and how, and who feels safe and welcome in outdoor spaces. How do city leaders and residents view the importance of nature connection for children? Changing perceptions and long-held beliefs is the most difficult condition to change, and the most powerful. Many communities are achieving systems change, and you can too. Cities Connecting Children to Nature helps communities use these strategies so that children, regardless of race, income, or zip code, can play, learn, and thrive with nature in their daily lives. Join the movement to connect all children to nature equitably.